Hello? There we go. Why did it happen? Don't unmute, it's dangerous. What do you mean, don't unmute? Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. What the heck? Literally, I go to unmute. Okay, I go to unmute, and my entire PC just instantly crashes and freezes, and I have to just restart everything. Bazinga virus. Yeah, we'll call it that. This isn't the first time this has happened, but, like, that was the worst timing you've ever seen in your life. Holy. What the hey? And I was going to, I was going to like have Minecraft open so we could like test stuff in game today, but I guess that's just not gonna happen for the sake of just like me getting the stream back up on time. Jesus. How am I doing? I was doing good. And then that happened, and now I'm all scatterbrained now. And also, there's still something going on with my eyes. I don't know what's going on. Like, they're all, like, scratchy and stuff, and I'm assuming it's allergies, and I took some eye drops and, like, allergy meds before stream, and it didn't really help. Ah! But, basically, what we were going to do today is we were going to, we're gonna animate and kind of overhaul. Yes, I will get better. I will get better, trust me. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But, what we're going to do today, right, is, we're taking a look at a Fakemon that has been in the pack since the very beginning, right? And if you remember, if you were here, hi Mike, if you were here all the way back Halloween of last year, we animated one of this guy's evolutions for a Halloween stream. But we didn't actually do like the pre-evolution, like the rest of the Evo line, so we're doing that today. And you might have seen this guy on the channel like a couple times, maybe? I'm not entirely sure how much I've shown of this guy, but if we come over here, and of course it's not set to the right source. Oh, yes it is. Whoop. I'm gonna be right here. And you can see, Timiglis here, this guy. Which, first of all, I made this guy so long ago. I don't even remember how long ago I made this guy. I'm also going to drink water, thank you, thank you. But as you can see, immediately looking at, like, the straight-up model, just the geometry itself, there's a few things wrong. Number one, of course, is that the tail should be straight out. I don't know why I decided to model it curved like that. That is just a bad practice in general. And then also, you can see there's, like, gaps here that I want to deal with. And then also his entire body's kind of just tilted backwards. I don't know why that is, but I want to kind of just like completely remodel and overhaul this sprite because it is not great right now. Like, what is this pivot point? Never mind, it's fine. If we rotate this back to 0, we rotate these back to 0. Boop. I really just want to kind of, boop, take all of the points of this model and just set it to base nothing. The hair's fine, the hair can stay. Boop. And then with this, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, by the way. I'm going to ignore this. I'm assuming that's just part of the model being funny. But anyway, that's the first order of business, is just doing that. And now, of course, the animations are going to be all messed up, but that's fine. We're going to come back to these. You have a question? What's up? Ask away. I'm open to questions. Meanwhile, though, I do want to make the feet slightly less long. I feel like the feet are too long. Boop. Boop. And I don't know what that does in terms of the sprite itself. I think what we're going to need to do is probably fix up some of the... Or maybe we won't, actually. Hold on. I was going to say we probably have to fix some of the texture. You're making an animation on Blockbench, good for production of series, like an animated series. Cool. That sounds like fun. Whoop. If I just do that, it should be fine. Oh, is making animation on Blockbench good for production of a series? I would say if you want to do like an actual like 3D animation, like as like an animated project that isn't like, I don't know. I think if you're looking for like making like an animated like show or something, I don't feel like Blockbench would be the best. You want to do it like low poly? I don't know anything about like actually animated projects and stuff, but I feel like there are better options in Blockbench, because Blockbench is more suited to like making animations for like actual games and stuff, I think. Not that I would know. I'm sure there's plenty of settings in Blockbench. And there goes the ads. You know, I should have seen the ads coming because I reset stream, but oops, my bad. Here's another thing. These eyelids that I made for this sprite are awful. Because they're not great. I don't like them very much. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to take the eyelids, I'm gonna delete them. I'm going to take the paint, I'm going to just kind of not do that. Boop. You do know you made a rule for people like you that are negative? What might that be? I'm curious. Alright, I have an idea for the eyes that I want to do. And that is, I want to turn them kind of like this, because Timicus has very weird shaped eyes. They're kind of like teardrop shaped. Back from the ads. Welcome back, Mike. I didn't even know. Oh, yeah, that's actually so true. I forgot. I need to pause for ads. I forgot about that since our collab last time. My bad. Beep, 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 beep. The Rule of 3 Points by Staffy Flareon. The rule, people like you, people who struggle to finish projects without throwing them into a pile of dead ideas. It's also for people who struggle with self-love, motivation, and dedication. The idea is simple. 1. Simplify. Make your projects smaller, simpler, and easier to understand. Stop trying to make everything perfect or overly ambitious. Create, start it, make it, finish it, even if it feels imperfect. And then 3. Publish it. That is so true. Chat. Type Neon Riff, I don't know. Type XDX if you're done watching ads. That's how I know if you're back from ads. You need to type XDX in chat. Honestly, those 3 steps are genuinely super nice. I do like those. I think those are what kind of how I do it as well, because it's like, In terms of the simplify, right, my project is kind of on a crazy big scale at the moment, like over 100 Fakemon to model, and we're not even like 50 of the way in, let alone 40 even. Yeah, Brick is finishing now. And the way I simplify it is literally just through the public releases, right? I just do like small groups of Fakemon at a time. Excuse me. Boop. I'm gonna assume the ads are done, by the way. If they're not, my bad. But the bot says they're done, so I'm gonna trust that they're done. Whoop. Alright, so hear me out on this. I want to do a kind of, whoop. I want to do eyes that are kind of like this. I'm not entirely sure. Position 0.5, 2.6. I have no idea how that's going to look. Do I make 50 Fakemon and 2 Legends? I mean, if you feel like that you could reasonably achieve that, then sure. But like, if not, then it's always fine to like split it into like sections, you know? Boop. And then I want to do something like this. Hear me out here. Boop. I'm not sure how this will look, but I want to try something like this. I'm not sure. I do, however, know that I want to make the eyes a little less bland by giving them like some color like that. Boop. And then, ooh, yeah. Boop. Like taking a specific material, and then after knowing what you do well, and know how it will look in the end. Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know what to compare it to exactly, but like, Fakemon for you is good material for practice. Yeah. With me, I don't know. I feel like the Fakemon aspect of it is kind of just a bonus. Like, I don't particularly feel like I'm working towards anything specific, right? Boop. I actually don't know if I like this or not. Chat, I don't actually know if I like this or not, and it's kind of a problem. He looks like he's being mogged right now. That's what it looks like. This Timiglis is too locked in. I don't like this at all. I take it back. This is not a good eye shape. The problem is the problem is what then do you go for the Fakemon? May you help me on that? I don't know. I feel like that's largely just up to you. In terms, I don't know. I've given advice on how to like come up with Fakemon ideas in the past. Not that I think that the advice is good. Boop. Gosh, this is tough. I don't know how I want to do this. All right, new idea. I'm gonna do it like this. Whoop. We're going to make the little pupil, right? Like that. And then I'm going to move it so that it's like right in the middle here. Ooh, 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 ooh. I have an idea. Look at that. And then I take this, I bring it down here, and I erase all of this. Whoop. And then I color this white. See, now I think we're getting here. I think we're getting somewhere with this. Boom, 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 boom. Something like that. Maybe we move it in a little bit. Like that. Time itself, specific biome in nature, or specific culture scenario. Your favorite is time itself, but need to make the fake bond be separated by everything in time. That sounds interesting. I'm not sure how I would even, like, start working on something like that. I'll be completely honest. Something about this doesn't look right. Like Pokemon based in rain. What if I do this? Duplicate. Rotate it back. Move it up a little bit. There. Paint it this color. No. Move it down, then paint it this color. Then move this to be 0.02. Whoop. Then also this being 0.02. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, these should not be -90. They should be 0. I kind of like this, honestly. This doesn't look bad. Basically, every Fakemon is a reference to weather, time, and events in all of time itself. That's kind of, how do I say this? It seems like a big undertaking. So like every mon you design would be like in some way related to one of those 3 things. Is that what you mean? I like these eyes. These eyes are way better. Okay. I think we found the eye shape that I want to go for. I think it works pretty well. Especially if we come over here. I don't know about that. Maybe we move the mouth up a little bit. Yes, okay. I see Mike's agreeing. By the way, how is everybody doing today? I don't even know if I asked that today because of how weirdly this stream got off to. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing pretty nicely. Okay, that looks crazy and creepy, and I don't like that. Boop. There we go. I'm tired. Too much work today. That's understandable. I worked yesterday, and then I slept in for so long today that I basically just had to instantly get ready for stream. So that was something. Boop-a-doo. What if it was like an eye sparkle instead? Like this. I like that! Wait, this is nice. How about me? I'm doing alright. My eyes are still all itchy, but I'm dealing with it, you know? Imagine every season of the year is part of the list of Fakemon, and every specific weather is a Fakemon, up to all of human history also. I love the concept of a weather and time-based Fakemon. It's like if you took Tornadus and then what's another mon? Okay, I really don't like this though. Something about this is off-putting. It's like if you took Tornadus and then Dialga, Roma area Fakemon. Yes. Or Stone Age. Oh, Rome era Pokemon or Stone Age Pokemon. That would be cool actually. I agree. I kind of want to make him... Hold on. If I bring up the reference image for this guy real quick, I probably should have done this a while ago. Artwork. You can see this guy is kind of meant to be a little baby. Maybe his mouth is just too big. Like, what if I did this? And then... What if I did like that? And then this. That's pretty nice. You see the vision, right? Yes, I do see the vision. It does seem interesting. I'm going to make a brainstorm of this. Alright, you do that. You absolutely go and do that. And the eyes have like a brown kind of tint to them in the art, so I'm going to try and mimic that. Like that. Like that. Ooh. There we go. Check that out. Alright, I like these eyes way better than the original ones. What, these ones? Yeah, check that. Look at the improvement, by the way, between the two. This is the old eyes, and then the new ones. So much better. And this is also kind of what I did for Tinderaus's line, because the original Tinderaus texture had like awful pixel art for the eyes, so I kind of went in and like did some small edits like this, and like it's very subtle too, but you can tell it's kind of, you can see the difference clearly. And if I were to change the shiny, right? Which I don't think the shiny's eye color changes at all. But we can go ahead and fix this up. Like that. Like that. And like that. Boom. Look how much nicer that looks. Although I might do something to the effect of this. Boop, boop. And just kind of make these eyes slightly more, I don't know, slightly more reddish to match the golden colors of this guy. What a little guy. Hello, Shern Gaming. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing not too bad. And yes, this is a little guy. I do agree. He is quite little. Doing good, just working on your Pokemon game? Ooh! What kind of Pokemon game? If you don't mind me asking. Like, is it like a fan game? Is it like a hack? Or is it like something completely, like... completely different? Boop, 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 boop. Let's see here. Is there anything else I want to change about the base model? I don't think there is. It's a ROM hack of Fire Red that changes the types and designs of every Pokemon. Basically, everyone's a regional form. Ooh, wait, that's sick. So it's like a complete remix of the Kanto region. That sounds like fun. I'm not even gonna lie, that sounds like a lot of fun. Alright, and then I have to just get rid of these pixels to make room for things. Hold on. These pixels, right? Yes, okay. Because these don't go to anything. There we go. Plus you let streamers decide the Pokemon changes. Ooh. Neat, neat. Alright, I think we can move on to animations now, chat. Now that I've, like, fixed up the model a little bit. Made it a little nicer. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I didn't. Let's see. There's something I can do here. If I'm gonna take tail, I can make it 0.1. Ooh, maybe not like that, though. I'm gonna take tail 1. I'm going to change it by 0.02. 0.01. This can be nothing, and this can be negative 0.01. Like that. And then I'm going to change the pivot points. This one should be fine. Ooh, no, it's not. Okay. The pivot point of this one is going to be down here. Whoop. So it's kind of more like that, I guess. Or alternatively, what we could do is just move the entire thing like that. And now suddenly it's not an issue anymore. Just designed Whismur. It's ground type with a, it's a little Borline mole. Oh, so wait, are you doing... I'm assuming all Pokemon Gen 1 through 3? Is that what you're doing? Alright, I kind of like this pivot point a lot, so I'm going to go with that one. As for Tail 2, I'm going to move the pivot down like that. So it can pivot here. Only problem with this is that it can't, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make the tail shorter overall, but I think it'll be worth it for the sake of, like, I think it'll be worth it for the sake of making I don't know. Plus Crush and Evos and Megas. Ooh, neat. So does that mean I get to make one? Is that what you're saying? Not to get ahead of myself. Do I get to pick a Pokemon to the regional form eyes? Because I have a couple ideas if that's the case. Alright. Now on to this. I think, whoop, we can go back to normal here. I want to fix the tail first and foremost. Tail 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna remove all of this. Boop. Excuse me. Jesus. And then I can rotate a little bit more down like that. You're going in Dex order, so your Pokemon line is the Corphish line. Oh, okay. Let's see. Can we turn you just need a type combo and a general concept at bare minimum. Hold on, I gotta stretch real quick. Stretch. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. I immediately thought of dark type, but then I'm like, wait, Crawdon's already a dark type, and I completely forgot. It's literally, the idea can be literally anything. I was thinking like he'd be like a boxer and he'd be a fighting type because he's got those claws, and then maybe it's like he could be like a pistol shrimp because those kind of look like lobsters. And he's like a fighting type, and maybe he like can't see very well, so maybe he keeps the dark type, and then you can pair him with like a Gorbis or something to be the other fish that pistol shrimp like to hang around. You know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know what I'm talking about, chat? I feel like nobody knows what I'm talking about in reference to this fish, but there is a fish that like teams up with pistol shrimp and they like live together, and I can never remember what it's called, but he's got like a dongle like forehead goofy looking fin. Can anybody fact check me on this, please? I think Sandshrew is based on that fish in your game. Wait, really? If that's true, then that's awesome. Also, I just cannot get these pivot points right for some reason. Let's see the general chat. Hold on. Thank you, Saiyan King Eric, for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, you posted the concept for your Fakemons. Oh, okay. Neat. Oh, and you got the I don't even remember what this is called. The constellations. The chat. What is that called? I don't remember. Hi, Marcio. How are you? I think I'm gonna have to keep the tail in the middle. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be like one best way to animate the tail here. So I'm going to keep it simple and say we'll keep the pivot points in the middle for now. And I'll deal with the consequences of that later, whatever those may be. Whoop. Like that. There we are. Can I see his face? There you go. Look at this guy. And then also, hold on, I want to do this too. Hold on. Uh... I'm gonna take everything from mouth like this. Everything except his... oh wait, I should probably do eyes too. These can be... eyes open. The simple way of making these and just making 10 to 20 fake mons on each category. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. TBH, I've been eyeing your streams for the past like year to ask to help with this. That's crazy. What? Well, I appreciate that you're here. And chatting. I that means a lot to me. Hi Crimson, how are you? What's up? Chat, can I be honest? I feel like my commentary is lacking today. What can I talk about to like fix my commentary? I feel like I'm not I feel like I'm not being as interactive as I normally am. How am I? I'm doing okay. My eyes still hurt a little bit, but it's fine. Body. This is going to be renamed to head, first of all. And then everything from this to here is going to be grouped, and it's going to be called head. And the pivot point for the head will be right here. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Chat, you want to know some fun? You know what? Here, I've thought of something. I've thought of something to talk about, which is... Hey, did you know that this is one of the very first Pokemon that I conceptualized? And I can bring up images of proof of that, okay? You want to see this? Hold on. Let me find the original pictures of Timiglis, and I can put them up on stream. And I can also tell, I can also say, like what year I drew these things in. Because I think that'll be interesting, because it was a long time ago. Because this guy, I was like, we need a grass type line, and I wanted to base it off of some random, like, exotic flower, which is why this guy is classified as the exotic Pokemon. And I based it off of I believe it's called a kangaroo paw. And I'm just like, I just picked a random, literally a random flower. And then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stick it onto I'm gonna stick this flower onto a Pokemon, and the Pokemon can be lame looking. Neon is old. No. Okay, so I posted, I made this original art back in 2020. Okay? Chat, I was still in high school when I made this. I hadn't even graduated high school yet when I drew this art. Let me pull it up on stream real quick. Actually, I can add it as a reference image. Boop. That'll be easier. And it looks like this. This is the very first art I drew of this Pokemon. And as you can tell, not a whole lot has changed. Like, the colors got swapped around, but that's about it. You can see the first art versus the very most recent art that I drew this thing, right? Not a whole lot is different. I mean, sure. Still, it got like one more spike, and then the colors on its tail reversed, and then it became slightly less sunburned, but that's it. And my intention with this design was I wanted to make a Fakemon that was reminiscent of like Oddish and Bellsprout and like Bounsweet. So that's kind of what I went for here. And I don't know if it translated perfectly, but I think if you put all those Pokemon side by side, I think Timiglis fits in pretty dang well. I think Timiglis fits in pretty dang well. Oh yeah, also the name changed because, you know, this name sucked. And then I also at some point I drew art of like Timiglis getting bonked on the head by an Alatin, but it was like in a notebook somewhere, so I don't have it on my computer, so I can't pull it up, which is sad because it's a fun animation. We're gonna take the animation off of the body. And then what are these? I didn't even mean to say that, but what are these? What are those? Those are his feet, Neon. I don't really care for that either. But we'll see. We'll keep it for now. What I want to do in the current moment is I want to animate the tail. The tail is the thing of the hour. So what we can do is we can rotate it like this, I think. Like 10 that way. And then 20 that way. And then back 10. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing for all of the tail parts. Except we're going to use different, we're going to use different, like, axes for each tail point, depending on what looks the nicest. Whoop. 10 like that. And then we are going to make all of these smooth. And then for the last part, 10 more. And then 20 in the other direction, like that. Boop. And smooth. Again. And then I can use my learned version, because I used a very different way of animating the tail in my original animations for this guy. Which I did, like, before I started streaming, so I was not nearly as good as I was nowadays. But here we go. Now we have a cooler tail animation. Except something's wrong here. Something's not right. -40. Okay, here's what's wrong with it. I figured it out. That was not that difficult. Boop. Hey Neon, guess what? What's up, Crimson? What happened? Anything cool? Anything fun? Something that concerns me? Maybe not. I did the same thing with the third tail point, didn't I? Boop. Boop. I literally did the same thing. Okay, cool. Boop. And like this, and copy and paste, and bring this back over, and make a keyframe right there. Like that. There we go. You finished another one? Oh, okay. Anyway, here's the tail. One of these might be a little funky. Maybe funkier than others. Yeah, this is a little wacky. Would I like to see? Of course. Of course I would like to see your creation. All right. As for the leaves on this guy's head, I don't know how I feel about them. I also want to do this. 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. Corfish deck entry. Its punches can blitz through a whole dawn fan in a matter of seconds. Its anger issues often lead to it blinding itself. Blind Corfish are usually accompanied by a sand shrew to act as their eyes. In return, sand shrew uses Corfish as a weapon to defend its territory. They have the ability to patrol land, but they don't do it often. It gains a weird fascination for eating Celebes when patrolling on land. It's the main reason Celebi farms have moved to more internal parts of Kanto. Interesting. Is Celebi like a more common Pokemon in this like modified region then? Because that's pretty cool. Scent. All right, we're gonna take a peek at Crimson's new Pokemon, and I'm gonna read the Dex entry out. It is Mossqueak. It's like this. This rat looking thing covered in vines. Mossqueak, the blind rodent Pokemon. It is said that this Pokemon dwells very deep within cave systems, far below where most trainers are willing to venture. Because of the lightless environment it inhabits, Mossqueak's eyes eventually became useless. In their place, strange parasitic vines made of a skulk-like substance spread across its head and back, giving Mossqueak navigates its surroundings by releasing small squeaking sounds that function much like echolocation, giving it incredibly sharp hearing. The skull growths covering its body also glow with a faint cyan light pulsating in response to nearby sounds and vibrations, speeding up whenever the movement is detected. Its most notable feature is its tail, feet, and claws, which are formed from a hardened bone-like material with 6 sharp spikes protrude from its back as a natural defense against predators lurking in the caves it calls home. That's pretty cool. Celebri's a Route 1 Pokemon, actually. That's funny. And then the shiny one is like black and red. Dude, Koishi would appreciate this shiny form. Very cool. I like it. It reminds you of the Ratmon that I drew the other day. To be exact, it's a single stage Pokemon. Ooh, nice. Alright, Yes, I may have went too far with the design and didn't know how to devolve it. That's fair. I mean, you could always just turn it into something completely different. I mean, you've seen Remoraid Octillery. Whoop. I want to see how this looks if I just rotate the entire body like this. Ooh. When I do that, I kind of want to... It makes me kind of want to delay the tail more. You know what I mean? Oh wait, no, this shouldn't be on body. This should be on head. My bad. Boop. There we go. I think that's my 120th dex entry. That's insane. I haven't even written that many. And then I want to make him slightly lower down. Boop, like that much. And then the feet are going to be like 25 out like that. Whoop. And then move back a little bit, probably. By like 0.5. There we go. May know 141st. What the hey? Dude, I've only written dex entries for the Pokemon that I've like made on stream or otherwise. That are like actively in my pack. Like, I haven't done anything beyond that. That's crazy. $39 for you to go, Crimson. Nice. Would I like to see more? If you're willing to share, then sure, yeah. I also kind of want to do something with the foot. How do I want to do this? Mega Alakazam Dex entry. Its waiting, still breathing, no longer worth deceiving. Its flesh is decaying, but its heart's still beating. It goes far beyond us, stirring something untrue, yearning for what's due. But even when the smoke does clear, it's still here and always will be part of us. What is he? Is he some like cosmic Lovecraftian like horror? What is Mega Alakazam? What is that? More or less, yeah. That's crazy. I want to see that design whenever you release it. That sounds fun. Whoop. And then he stomps his foot down, like, however far down I made him stomp it. Boop. Smooth. Yeah. Okay, except this needs to also be linear. Boop, like that. Yanma Dex entry. It's heard its beard is very sensitive to the touch due to the fact that its beard is actually made out of nerves. It uses its ability to conjure up spells to ward off any beard enjoyers out there. This Pokemon will often have heated wizard battles with Dunsparce due to them both having beards. That reminds me of that one meme where it's like, me, my friend's exposed nerve, and then he grabs it, and it's like... Do you know what I'm talking about? I feel like you might not know what I'm talking about, because it's a very niche thing that I just mentioned. Alright, and then for here, I want to take it this, and move it to foot 2. Oh, but reverse the green. Hold on, I gotta reverse the green. Boop. 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 And boop. And then like that. Like that. And then like that. Nope, like that. Oh lord, hold on. Nope, not like that. Like this. There we go. How's that? Yanmega design's gonna be based on the pulled nerve guy. Just like a screaming mouth. Hyper detailed. Let's see here. What if I do this? And then this. And then this. Whoop. How does that look? I kind of like that, honestly. Except maybe I move this back a little bit. Like that? I don't know. I'm being very picky right now. Slack off, Dex entry. This Pokemon and its evolutions are very unique, being one of the few Pokemon exclusive to the Lental region. Wait, really? It thrives in a natural jungle environment due to the abundant access to Aerodactyl hives in the area. It's born without an ability to fear, so it's unaffected by Aerodactyl's fear tactics. This inability to fear and be threatened seems to disappear when they're eating. If something approaches it while it is eating, it will try and make itself appear bigger. The Lental region's a really interesting choice. Where did that come from? I was not prepared for the Lental region to be mentioned. What the heck? And I know the jungle too. I've been there in a video game. Hi, Yulia. How are you? Gosh, my eye is acting up again as soon as you come in. Not your fault, but I'm keeping my horribly disrupted eye on you. Originally, Slackoth was gonna be a Fossilmon. Oh, is that why it was like Aerodactyl nests and whatnot? Is Aerodactyl still a fossil or no? That begs the question. No? Okay, nice. So that means... So does that mean, like, are you planning on making, like, a specified amount of Pokemon into fossils? Or is it, like, just anything can be a fossil? I blame my beauty, sorry, I don't know what to do about that. Dang. Coming in here with the insane confidence. But how are you doing, Yulia? What's up? How has your day been? How has your weekend been? If the concept works for a fossil, it'll probably be a fossil. Okay. And then, do you have, like, have you started work on, like, the artwork for any of these mons yet? Or are you just collecting, like, dex entries and stuff? Do 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 boo 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 boo. Boop. I'm going to do this. Boop. And then I'm going to stagger it by that much. There we go. A good chunk of them have some sketches made for them. Oh, okay. You're good. Someone is leaking review build of every game this week. Forza 6 got leaked, Subnautica 2 got leaked, adding it now to the 5 games getting leaked before release. Chat, can I be honest? I am so incredibly hyped for Subnautica 2. And you'd best believe I'm going to buy it on launch day, and I'm going to play it until I have to stream. Like, that is absolutely something that's going to happen, and you are kidding yourselves if you think that I'm not going to be playing Subnautica 2 on Thursday. Dude, I played Subnautica 2 back... I played the original Subnautica, like, back when they first added, like, the crab squid. Like, I played that far back in Subnautica Early Access. And they announced it when they wanted to. It's on some Russian website, now go risk doxing yourself. Nah, I'm good. The full game's out there. I'm dragging one of my friends into the sea. I want to make the head. I want to make the head rotate a little differently to how it is right now. We're gonna Bezier this, and I'm just going to crank it like that. It's up there with Forza 6. Whoop. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this animation. Maybe I Bezier this as well. And we just kind of crank it. No. Or maybe we do like this. Like that. There we go. I send the images of how much separation I'll need to do. So you got Stone Age, Rome, Steam Era, Modern, Egypt, Old Japan, Cowboys, Easter, kind of Halloween things. That's a lot of things. Oh, so like that's how you're separating this stuff? Okay, gotcha. That's cool. I feel like the feet don't flip high enough up. 7.5 like that. Time itself is a lot, yeah. Yo, Kato, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate it. What the heck? How are you doing today? You made a horrible mistake recently. What might that be? You got into roguelikes? Oh, welcome to the party. Welcome to heaven. Yeah, I played Binding of Isaac for an unhealthy amount of time. Yep. Like that, and then like that. We can do one more. Like that. Like that, and like that. There we go. Someone made a Five Nights at Freddy's roguelike and I'm addicted. What? They're calling Stalker Gamma a roguelike because why not? Best game ever. What are the roguelikes that I play? I played Binding of Isaac for the longest time, and then I played a little bit of Noita, and then I beat Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, which is also a roguelike if you select the roguelike setting. They give it Pizza Tower art style and Persona music. So it's so peak. Is a Nuzlocke a roguelike? I mean, maybe? Is a Nuzlocke a roguelike? Oh yeah, I also played Outer Wilds, which by the way, you guys have to play Outer Wilds now, because Outer Wilds got mentioned and it's a roguelite. Thank you, Shern Gaming. I appreciate the follow. I'll just call you Shern from now on. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're doing great, Kato. That's good. Yeah, you can tell how much I've improved at this thing's animating just based off of this alone. Because, like, you saw what the animation looked like earlier this stream, right? The ad break is starting soon. Well, that's not fun. And then as for the hair, I don't even know what's happening to the hair. Can I rotate it like this? No. I'm gonna do this. Same thing I did for the what's it? Gosh dang it, I can never... Same thing I did for the other two pieces of hair. Boop. There we go. You should a comic you made for the funnies? Oh my lord. What the heck? Okay. You share the comic on stream if you can. That's okay. You could totally post it to the Neon Discord if you wanted, though. I wouldn't mind that. Anyway, chat. Is it a cool one? I like the art style, I'll say that much. As for the content of it, hold on. What is happening in this panel? What? Oh, 3-minute ad break is starting. Alright, chat. You know the drill. Consider sticking around through the ads because it not only helps my channel out, but also I will pause everything that I'm doing. So we will be doing nothing but staring at this screen. So you won't be missing out on anything. I love the FNAF 2 to 3 arcade-like style on the mini games. Dude, I will say the style is pretty cool. The ad is done. The ad is done. That was really fast. Chat, you know, type XDX in chat if you have no more ads. We should make that a new thing. Type XDX in chat once ads are done. Or Bazinga. Yeah, but XDX is funny. Gosh, I kind of want to bring up this guy's old animation so we can compare. XDX? Yeah. I do have XDX, right? Hold on. Let me check. I should have it on 7TV. Do I not have XDX? Hold on, there's no way I don't. Hold on. Let me find it. XDX, I'm blind and deaf. What's going on? Chat, you have to type XDX if you are done with seeing ads. If you have no more ads, you type XDX in chat. And somehow I don't have it. So we're going to add this to oh wait, I do have XDX. Never mind. There we go. It's a pretty cool emote in my opinion. See, Mike gets it. For some reason I just couldn't find it. Hold on. I want to bring up the old animations. Hold on. Boop. Boop. Assets, Cobblemon. Animations, Timiglis. The ad break is finishing now. Okay, flip it. I'll type it to whatever it's going on. Yeah, you see, the new trend is whenever you're done seeing ads, you type XDX so I know you're back. Alright, chat, we're gonna compare this new idle animation, right? So this is what I just made today. This is what it used to be like. So yeah, and I know we flipped the model around, so the tail's a little different, but like, I do think the new one is better. I do like this animation a whole lot, and I think it looks very nice. Also, I just realized we have to make eyelids for this thing, and I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. So I might just knock that out now. Yeah, let's make eyelids for this thing. We're gonna do eyes closed. And then I'm gonna take this, move eyes open backwards. Boop. Eyes closed can be right there. But here, we're going to resize this, and we're going to resize this. Boop, boop, like that. And we're just gonna move these to a new spot where we can excuse me, where we can safely model them without issue. And boop, we come over here. Like that, like that. Eyes closed. Just like that. Boop, boop, boop. So that's what eyes closed looks like. So that was pretty easy. And then all we gotta do is move this back and then move eyes open forward. Ta-da! Look at that. Easy, 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 easy. You're making a cosplay? What? Well, now you gotta enlighten us, Mike. What is it of? You have to enlighten us now. You brought this up. We need to know. The lamb from Cult of the Lamb. Ah, I know that one. I saw somebody play Cult of the Lamb like once, several years ago. Is this how God made cuteness? What, Timiglis? I don't know. All I know about this thing is that if you see him, he will scamper away after attempting to sting you with his tail. The white dots, like on his eyes. That's all it took to trick me. What, the white dots in his eyes? Is that what you mean? Alright, now it's time for the walk animation. This is what the walk used to be, and it's honestly kind of awful. So we need to change it to something better. Have I ever done any cosplays? I have never done a cosplay ever in my life, unfortunately. Beep, 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 beep. Unless you count Halloween costumes, but those didn't really count, and I didn't exactly make them, so like... And I haven't worn a Halloween costume in like a few years now, so it's like, I don't know. I'll cosplay as a Nintendo lawyer, exactly. Now we're talking. I feel like this guy bounces. I feel like he jumps. You know what I mean? I feel like he jumps to get around. Kind of like a rabbit. So that's what I'm gonna attempt to go for here. And we're gonna move the legs to the same spot that they should be at, which is here. Boop. And then here. Right? And then we're gonna take the body. And then whoop. He probably hops like that high up. Like that. I'll make it more real and bring a group of people to serve papers to every Nintendo character cosplayer at the convention. Chat, have you guys ever been to any conventions? I've been to one convention in my entire life. Now that I think about it, it would be a funny video. It'll be your first one. Wait, Mike, which one is it? Which convention are we going to, actually? Or are you going to? I feel like this guy hops around like this, you know? And I kind of want to do the tail first. The only one that happens in Brazil. Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I forgot you're from there. I'm gonna be honest. My fault. I completely forgot that that was a thing. You're in Morocco, so everyone is driving camels to work. I don't think their conventions are a thing here. Hey, you never know. Like that. I didn't like how he's hopping. All good. Yeah. Everyone is cosplaying as Aladdin, so you might have a point. What cosplay would I do if I want to one day? I don't know. I'd have to think about it because I literally have no idea. I don't like their own character. Yulia coming in here with the facts. Yeah, I would cosplay as Neon. No, that would first of all, no one would know who that is. Second of all, that would just dox myself. Boop. We're gonna do this. Boop. Boop. And then we're gonna stagger it a little bit. And then we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do this. And then this. True. Maybe something related to Fakemon. He's going! Look at him go! So cool. This guy, he's on his way somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. But we're not done yet. We gotta do the feet next. Whoop. We're gonna rotate it back this way. $30 like that. And then up like that. No, wait, no, not like that. Um, what is that rotation point? Like this. Neon, you should cosplay as a femboy mate. Oh no. I keep forgetting the YouTube peasants I can't hear from up here. What do you mean? What did they do? Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Wait, this is goofy. True? What do you mean true? I don't have a maid outfit, chat. And that's so basic, too. We'd at least go something a little fancier, you know? Negative 70. Yet. That's so cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoop. And then we're gonna do that, and then this. He's going, Jet. Where's he going? He's following you. Where is he going? That's another thing that I realized about my mons, right? Is that they are their walk cycles are like way too slow. They need to have way faster walk cycles. He's really schmoving. Yeah. Because in Cobblemon 1.8, right? Is someone flashbang Neon? No. No. You can't flashbang me. My eyes are already borked today. That would just be harmful to your streamer. But yeah, in Cobblemon 1.8, they're making it so that some Pokemon, like, if you approach them, they'll, like, run away from you in a horde. So I'm like, what if you come across a group of Timiglas? Posture check. Whoop. There we go. So it's like, what if you come across a bunch of Timiglas and you approach them? They all, like, hop away like this, you know? And stretch. Alright, fine. Hit him with the neuralizer. No, I dodge it. I go. Stretch. Dang, Crimson, you really just be redeeming everything right now, don't you? Stretch. Now what's next? I gotta do the tail. The tail's gonna be weird. I have no idea how I want to do the tail. Probably going to be something like down 30, up 30, like that. Boop. Neon doesn't know how much I have saved up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to increase the prices of all the redeems at some point, because it's like your guys' income has become too much. Alright, I guess I have to do this now. Here you go. There you go. You're welcome, chat. He gives us fan service. I don't know about that. We're gonna do 30 here. Whoop, back up. Boop. Steffi is losing their mind right now, by the way. I mean, you're not wrong. It is fan service. I like, yeah. You are factually correct there. Boop. I'm gonna do 15 on this one just because it's a little bit. It like overlaps the red parts a little bit. That made us forget about the inflation you're about to oppose to us. Yeah. I'm eventually, I think this is a problem with all Twitch chats. Eventually people are going to get enough channel points where it's like, I kind of have to increase the price of things to match, like, the income of you guys. I didn't mean to click that, by the way. That was an accident. And then... Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. 15. And then we go over this way, and it's 15 the other way. We'll do 30, actually. I like 30 better. Like that. And then 15 could be here. Or should it? Yo, Yuna, what's up? 3,000 is too cheap for that. That's what I'm saying. How you doing, Yuna? Welcome in. Whoop. And then we do this. Linear. Doop, doop, doo. I myself am not doing too bad. Where's tail 3? Hello? Why is tail 3 all the way up here? Boop. I'm good, just played some Minecraft. Nice. Look at him go! He's going. I think this makes a pretty good animation for the walk cycle. Maybe this could even be like the running animation, you know? Timiglis goes. Next up, we got Faint. Man, this animation sucks. Some is maybe the wrong word. It's over 10 hours of like, wow. That's ridiculous. You know what? We're not going to do Faint just yet. We're going to do Battle Idol. This Faint looks like you told them to play dead. You're not wrong. Boop. 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 Let's take all the tails. We're gonna get rid of all this. Considering Neon made the mistake of making a contract with me and 2 other people. I mean, it's gotta go void at some point, right? Boop. My eye keeps doing the thing and I don't like it. As for the battle animation, you should have read the fine print. We can just torch it, it's fine. Oh, don't rotate the mouth. We need to rotate this 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Like that. I made sure it was made with hell paper. We'll just freed it. We'll just freeze it then. It's fine. And then it'll shatter. 10 like that, 10 like that. And then we kind of just rotate the tail 90 degrees this way. Like that. And then 10 degrees up. And then, like, however far we can make it go this way without it clipping out. So that'll be 45 degrees. 45. Whoop. 45. And 45. I mean, it's kind of disappointing that I can't, like, make it go all the way out. 100. No. How would I do this? Hold on. I just messed the whole thing. What did I just do? 90. 75 degrees. Let's try that. 65 like that. You're playing with someone on that server and I can't miss any second of possible time playing with them. Aww. You have copies. See, I can't make the tail go all the way around really unless I like move it like this, which wouldn't really... I don't know. I kind of want to keep it secured at the same, like a consistent point in the back. And if I were to rotate it too far, it would start to look all blocky and weird. Like that just looks kind of jank right here. You see what I mean? Like I can do this much. Like this almost recreates the art here, you know? Spot the difference, chat. But yeah, this is the pose Timiglis will be in when battling. And we just gotta animate it, you know? As opposed to the original battle, which is... What even is happening here? I know the tail's messed up, but like, what even is happening here? You see, no, you might really ought to be careful when signing a contract when a demon is involved. As more segments on the art than on the actual model. Yeah. That's part of the issue, but it's like, what am I gonna do, you know? Make more segments? No. I like this model as it is. And if you turn on this, you can kind of get a feel for it, and it kind of looks correct. But not really. Anyway. I'm going to animate the head first, since that seems like it'll be the easiest. Boop. We'll rotate back 10, like that. Like that. And then we'll make it all smooth. No, not 10. Hold on. We'll do 5. And we can extend it a little bit. Not a whole lot, but like a little bit. Boom, 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 bap, bap, boom, bap, boom, boom, boom. Like that. And then we take the rotation, we stagger it a little bit. There we go. Look at that. And then we linear and boom. And all of a sudden, we have a cool, we have a cool head bob now. You know? And now, what do? We do the tail. The tail is going to be annoying. Whoop. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take tail 1. And we're going to rotate it like this. 10 degrees. Boop. Smooth. Right, that already looks pretty cool, I think. That already looks pretty nice, I would say. And then we do 15 like that. And then like that. Boop. Okay, I did that backwards. It's fine, we're chilling. Boop. Linear and linear. There we go. I think I might actually do all of this backwards. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I'm gonna do it like this. And then these can be linear, and then no wait, hold on. These can be linear, these can be smooth. And then 10 degrees in like that. Boop. Like that. And don't worry, I know it looks insanely exaggerated right now, but we'll stagger it so that it doesn't look like that. And like that. Smooth. All of these can be smooth, like that. And then we do that much stagger, I think. Whoop. And like that much. There we go. And then we put the pivots here. You know what's really gonna hurt my soul after I model all my fake mod? I have to figure out how to animate them. That'll be fun, I'm sure. You won't have any trouble with that at all whatsoever. Boop. Okay, something's not right here. I think they're too staggered. We'll stagger it at 1/3 of that rate. How about that? Like this. Boop. And then we'll copy this, put it here, get rid of all these. There we go. And check that out. Now Timiglis is ready to attack. No, I really won't. Yeah, because you have my tutorial series to help you. You haven't planned for any of their animations. You'll do fine. So yeah, old battle idol, new battle idol. Doing, doing. Okay, the specific typing is technically done. Nice. So we've got ground idle, battle idle. Let's see here. What do I want to do for this? It's in DMs. Okay. Boop. So you got... Ah. Nice. Yeah, events, you've got seasons. Oh, cool. Oh, and you got like custom types in here too? Neat. Oh, and then history. Cool. Pretty neat. I like it. You've got like a good foundation going for yourself, and that's always good. Because I don't have a foundation. We just come up with mons with no strategy. Also, I just realized I have to give the hair animations to everything. Oops. Here's what we're gonna do. For the ground walk. Boop. Okay, that doesn't look right. We're going to compound this and make it half the speed of what it is currently. Like that. Hmm. Curious. That works. I only have 2 custom types, and sadly only 2 Pokemon have it. Well, that's okay. At least you got a cool custom type. You're going to get ready to go to bed? Bye-bye, people. Okay, Mike. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'm glad you could stop by today, and I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you coming into chat today. But have a good one, okay? Whoop. And then I'm going to copy and paste this hair animation here. Whoop. Like this. And then right in the middle, maybe a little spaced out. Like that. Everyone's like, good night, good night, good night. See, that's how you know the chat knows how to behave themselves, because look at that. Anyway, what do you guys think of the battle idol? I think it looks fine. I might reverse these things actually. Now that I'm looking at it. Boop, like that and like that. There we go. I like that better. Basically, tomorrow you'll do concepts and arts of every Fakemon you can think of until you burn out or need a small break. Well, don't burn yourself out. You should pace yourself. I like it, but he also looks permanently worried. See, and that's good, because that's the entire plot of this Pokemon. That's the entire lore. He is literally like the exotic food Pokemon that's endangered and is prey Pokemon, and a lot of other mons eat this guy. And all he has to defend himself is his poisonous tail. You're using a melanote site? I don't know what that is. But yeah, this guy, if he sees you, I'd eat him too. Hey, there's a reason actually. In the lore, it's actually not legal to serve this thing in a restaurant, and there's a very good reason for that. It's not because they're endangered, because they're not. There's plenty of them, but the endangered thing is kind of just like a vibes thing. Like, he'd seem endangered because he's exotic, but he's actually not. It's just a website for brainstorming. Oh, okay. Chat, do you think he would taste like a pineapple? I feel like he would taste like a pineapple. Even though I didn't really design him to be a pineapple, he definitely is giving pineapple. And then his shiny form, he's like, I tried to make him kind of like a golden carrot from Minecraft. I kind of used those colors. Why is he not allowed in restaurants? Because you guys remember the Halloween Fakemon that we did? That this guy eventually turns into? If he evolves into that, he'll remember everyone who tried to eat them. And he'll get his revenge. So, yeah. Hold on, I can actually pull him up real quick. Boop. This guy. Because I know a lot of people weren't here that long ago, so I will bring up the Pokemon. Boop. Yeah. If you try to eat a Timiglis and it gets away, it somehow escapes. What is happening here? Oh, I imported the wrong animations. Boop. Yeah, if you try to eat a Timiglis in a restaurant, or like a Timiglis is shipped to a restaurant and it escapes, and then it turns into this thing, it will find you, and it will beat the crap out of you and poison you. And he'll go, rah! Simple, just don't let him get away. But there's always a chance. These things are slippery. I mean, look at them. They go boing, doing, doing. If you see this thing scampering out of a restaurant, just don't let him get away. I really like the shinies, though. The shinies on these guys are awesome. Just use a gun. No, don't shoot him. Why would you shoot him? Come on, man. Have a little humanity. Gun or bomb? Yeah. Do not let a Barbekion see this guy, because if this thing happens, then they're gonna have a little bit of a tussle. I mean, Barbekion would still win, but like, it would be problematic. Stick a fork in him, he's done. I can't believe you guys. You guys are terrible people. Just the hive mind of like, oh, you can't eat this guy because he'll kill you? All the more reason to eat him. Like, what? Do you guys want to get smoked by this thing? Like, is that what's going on here? If I remember correctly, I made his eyes, like, cool. No, I'm thinking of the other one. Never mind. We don't. That's why we make sure to eat him. Or you could, like, leave him alone. Have you ever considered that? Or like treat him like any other Pokemon and try to not eat him and just like raise him like a pet. Well, I must leave for sleep. Good night, Neon. Good night, Crimson. There are more hot Pokemon to get beat up by. Okay. 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 I see how it is. He's my plate pet. Don't say that. I will say this thing definitely would get hunted by the guy in the lower right corner of the screen. You see the little guy that's been chilling there? He would definitely hunt these guys. Ba, ba, ba. All right, Timiglos, play dead. All right. What something we need to do though is we need to make physical special and status attacks for this thing. Because that is something that we don't have. Boo doo doo doo. I'm also gonna remove. Well, I'll minimize that. Status. And then we'll take the first frame of all the battle idols. Go like this. Also, why is this like this? This should not be... Boop, boop. There are 26 errors in this. Yeah, and I send you a link of the site you need. Oh! I appreciate it. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I do appreciate you shooting the link over. Alright. So, chat, how do you think this thing would attack you with a physical attack? I have an idea, actually. I have a cool idea. Hold on. I want him to kind of like jump up and whip you around with his tail. You know what I mean? Like he'll lean down like this. And then he'll jump up. So he'll go. And then... we need the body, actually. Boop. And he'll jump up. And then land. But the entire time he's jumping, he'll go. I'm gonna make these busier. And then I'm also going to make... like per categories and stuff. I'll send you a side link too. Alright. Yeah, I can't wait for the link from Yuna. That's crazy. Classic Yuna. It's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Need to go Mimir, it's sleep time. Alright. Fine, if you really have to. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'm glad you're able to tune in, Staffy. Thanks so much for stopping by. Woo! No, wait, he'll rotate this way. Right? And then he'll go... like this. You know? And then these can be smooth, and then this can be like that, and then like that. And then this can be step like this. And then, oh wait, no, hold on. Boop, boop. And then, wait, no. Like that. And like that. And then this can be linear. There we go. Neon, what time is it for me? It's 8 p.m. Why do you ask? Whoop. Like that. And then maybe this jump could be a little faster. So it's late for me? Not really. I mean, I'll still be up for like another 6 hours probably. What are you guys saying that because you don't want to miss stream? If so, you guys are funny. Whoop. And then like, you know, I like this attack animation so far. Smooth. And then maybe this until 2 a.m. Something like that. That's when I usually go to bed. I usually go to bed around 2 a.m. Woo! And then this can go like that. There we go. Only I'm allowed to have only I'm allowed to have a messed up sleep schedule. Nuh-uh. My sleep schedule is not messed up. As a matter of fact, I go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Wachoo! Well, for the most part. I mean, I slept in a lot today, but that was an exception because I worked. You know? Wachoo! Alright, I wonder if I get the legs to, like, jump up. When he jumps up. I think that might help a little bit. Like if I go here and I set a keyframe to go there and there. And then we rotate 65 degrees like this. Like that, right? Boop. Like this. Nope. And then like this. I don't even know how much I rotated that by. It's at 20 and 40. 20, like that. Boop. Boop. And then lands. Whee! Maybe we do something like that. And like that. And then for the head, maybe a little more. Like that. Spin to win. Spin to win. Yes, exactly. I'm also going to rotate up like this. Boop. And then this can be smooth. And then I also think the feet need to be a little like that. You know? What you? And then the hardest part is going to be the tail, of course. Excuse me. The good thing about this model is it's very simple, so it's really easy to animate. Like, it's got, like, 3 parts. And then a couple of simple, like, leaves on top. Whee! I don't think there's anything I would want to change about this animation so far. Whoop. Right here, we're gonna do 10 in like this. And then here, we're gonna go all the way out. Like 95. He really is feet, big head, and small tail. Yep, you've got that entirely right. He's literally gonna Beyblade it. That's what's gonna happen here. He's gonna let it rip. Whoop. You see? Maybe like that. The last Pokemon that was remaked was Aptweet? I think so. I think Aptweet was the last Pokemon that like I remade from a from like an old design. I'm assuming his tail is poisonous? Yes, his tail is poisonous, but he doesn't become a poison type until his final form, because right now it's less of poisonous and more of just like it's like if you get bitten by like a poisonous spider, like it's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna hurt you that much. It'll just like maybe get infected, you know? Hi, Fallen VT. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. How's your day been? We're doing some attacking animations for this guy right now. Whoa. That is a not English username that just followed me. Thank you for the follow. Hello? Make tummy hort. Yeah, basically. Boop. And then we can do this. We can rotate by like 12. Hey, I'm fallen. Oh, wow. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. So okay. That's crazy. Hi, Fallen on Twitch as well. I was so like thrown off guard by your username on Twitch. My bad. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm gonna rotate this a little bit there. The username is more like a Chinese version for people to see properly in your community. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Welcome in, though. I hope you've been having a good day. I hope you had a good weekend. And I'm glad to have you here, you know? Whoop. Like that. Okay, I think what needs to happen here is this needs to go like that, and that needs to go like that. Whoop. There we go, there we go. Okay. Oops. I want the tail to be more... Like, I want it to be more, straight out, when it's, like, in the front here. And I think that's gonna be fixed when I animate the fourth tail segment. Whoop. I also kind of want to do this. Whoop. And, like, this. Hold on. There we go. Oh, ad break is starting, my bad. You guys know the drill. I will wait for you guys. Type XDX when you get back. Type XDX when you get back. You know what? I'm actually gonna type a pin message in Twitch chat. Hold on. Hold on. Do. There we go, because I realized that I realized that people might not be able to hear me. So I'm gonna pin this. Boop. There we go. Manually unpinned or end of stream. There we go. So now we have a pin message in chat when for the ad people, you know? But yeah, you guys aren't missing anything. As long as the ads are playing, and as long as Seribot says that the ads are playing, I will be just chilling here. And you guys don't have to worry about missing anything. But in the meantime, we get to talk to people who don't have ads, you know? As we normally do. Not that we have much to talk about, because, you know, I am still trying to improve at, like, having things to talk about. Chat, are you guys hyped for the new Subnautica game? That's something. Ad break is finishing now. Okay, everybody, type XDX if you don't have ads anymore. You know the drill. There we go. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna take that as people are back. So, welcome back. You didn't miss anything. I did pause my animationing so that you guys could, you know, so you guys could see your ads and not miss anything, because to be honest, as much as I would like people to not have to watch ads, it's just something that we have to deal with. W streamer, thank you, thank you. So, to compensate for that, I just kind of pause what we're doing. And then the YouTube viewers, they have to deal with me just sitting there for a little bit, but it's fine. Hi, Porygon, what's up? We all missed you. How are you doing? I hope you had a good weekend. And Monday. You have to deal with the neon stare. Yeah, I hit you with the... Guys, are the ads done? Yeah, I don't know if this is ads. Yeah. Did I come up with all the designs with all of your own mons? So yes and no. Young Sheldon was added to Fortnite. Okay. I'm gonna talk about this, but then we can go over Young Sheldon. Okay. It consists of me and a very small team of like 2 or 3 other people, right? Who wish to remain anonymous. We all come up with like concepts for mons and like designs and stuff, but I'm the only one who does anything in like Cobblemon. So I'm the one who like models and animates them and like puts them in the game. And I'm also the one who like finalizes their like move sets and whatnot. But I'm not the only one that works on this project. And I want to give credit where credit is due, you know? Like I think like the entire Furley line was not my original design, and like I don't know, there's a ton of other ones. Caffalo and Bovenile, I designed them, but the concept was made by somebody else that works on this project. They made like the concept and like the stats and the abilities and the move pool and whatnot, and then I made their like what they actually look like, you know? It's kind of that sort of dynamic for most of them. And then there's some like Timiglis. I designed Timiglis. I made the stats for Timiglis. I modeled it. Like Timiglis is all mine, but some of them are a lot of them. I'd say about 50% of them are co-efforts. You get it. Alright, you can just tell me to shut up. It's okay. We get it. Just, streamer, go back to animating, streamer. We made weird stuff instead of actual mons before. What kind of stuff? I'm curious now. Whoop. And then here, I'm just gonna go out like that. And then here, this one, whoop, like that. Beyblade. Such as Bing Bong from Peak. Oh, and some pals. That's fair though. You wouldn't be the only one to put pals into Pokemon games, so I can't really blame you there. And then here we can do this. Whoop. Like that. Oops. Like that. Tail 2. And then tail 4. Like that. Something like that. Yeah. And then like this. Oh, not the hair. Boop. Also added Duolingo and made it bulky as heck with the move Chatter. That is a... That, you know what? I would use that Pokemon. Boop. Like this, and then like that, and then we make this smooth. And then I'm also going to take these and put them here. Check that out. I'm going to make this a little more fast-paced. Boop, like that. If I remember correctly, it had 100 HP with 110 defenses, but 20 attacks. You know what? I like that stat spread. It's giving Shuckle, and I like it. But anyway, here is the physical attack animation for Timiglis. I kind of like it. He kind of lets it rip. He Beyblades it. I really dig this one. I'm not even gonna lie. Shuckle, but it has more HP, so like, it's real nice. Yeah. I think the bulkiest Pokemon I have at the current moment is Gemma Titan, which is pretty cool. Hold on, where's Gemma Titan? Let me let me pull up Gemma Titan real quick. Boop. Here's just his artwork. This is the bulkiest Pokemon that we have at the current moment. He's kind of just like a rock. I think he has like 120 defense or something. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I can check his stats at any point, so it's like not a big it's not a big deal. Is it like Quartz? I think I think it's based on an opal. But Quartz is close. He's got this like this iridescent like gem core that's like comprises of all types of elemental energy. So he can he can learn like basically every type of beam move. So he gets like Ice Beam, Charge Beam, Meteor Beam, Steel Beam, Bubble Beam, like all of those, and then he also gets Protean. That's kind of his gimmick. He's like Diet Terrastall Pokemon. He's like Terrapagos if it was like a reasonable power level. And then as for the stats... Let me find them real quick. He's also a special attacking rock type, so that's something to take into consideration. He's got 120 defense, 100 special attack, 80 special defense, and 75 HP. He's also faster than the regional bird Pokemon. Depending, it has all these beam moves. Yeah. That is a good point. He can just, like, not be a rock type if he wants to. But he does get, like, Power Gem and whatnot. Meteor Beam. I still think the regional bird Pokemon that I made, Nestreed, I think he is abysmally slow, and he needs to be faster. Like, I don't really like his stat spread, especially for a Pokemon that, like, if this was an actual game, like, a lot of people would be using Nestreed, because it's kind of like the Staraptor, the Pidgeot, you know? And the fact that it has base 50 speed is just criminal. Like, this thing's stat spread is not good. 80 HP, 90 attack, 115 defense, 90 special attack, 90 special defense, 50 speed. It's so terrible. He is bulky, though. Not as bulky as Gemma Titan, which is funny. It's funny how Gemma Titan is both bulkier. Well, Gemma Titan's more physically bulky and slightly less specially bulky. But, like, it's funny that the Rock Titan is faster than the Bird, you know? I feel like that definitely needs a rebalance. What is Nestreet's BST, actually? Let me look at this. Sorry, I know I'm getting sidetracked. Nestreet's BST is 515. And Gemma Titan's is 505. How does Gemma Titan have a lower BST and just like a better stat spread? He somehow gives me Drudigan vibes. That kind of, you know what? I kind of get that. Because like you can find his pre-evolution like decently early. Given how he's like very early in the decks. But I do, like, if he was in a region, I could see him, like, appearing in, like, Victory Road, you know? Like a Gemma Titan on Victory Road. I get that. Because that's where you find Drudigan in, like, almost every game, right? He's, like, almost exclusively on Victory Road, except for, like, in Orez, right? Or, like, the games that don't have Victory Road. Yeah. I want to make Nestreet stronger. I want to give him like 70 speed. But then he'll be higher BST than the starters. So like maybe not. Like maybe I rebalance Nestreet to have like 110 defense. Or like 100... I don't know. We could do like 95 defense, 95 special defense. Base stats don't always make sense. Hold on. I can fix this right now. 95. 95, right? So now it's base 500. We give it 70 speed to make it 520. And then special attack is going to go down to 85. So is attack. And then HP can be 90. So it'll have 520 BST. Such as Legends being outsped by some cat with diabetes in the game. Yeah, you're not wrong. I just feel like a lot of the Pokemon in this generation are like really slow. Like, where does this put Nestreet with its new stats? Like, I gave it +5 base stats in its total, right? Sort sheet. I have like a spreadsheet of this, by the way. Now it is okay. It is now in the same speed tier as the regional electric type's first stage. And then a fish, and then another final evolution. And it gets just slightly outsped by Chirpera and Vampira. So that's cool. I'll take it though, honestly. And then I did make the starters faster, so like your Cybertop, your Tarovis is like top 20 in terms of speed. And then I know Barbecion's very slow. Barbecion's not even in the top 100. Where is Cybertops? I know I made Cybertops faster. Cybertops is almost top 60 with 70 speed. Actually, Cybertops and Nestreet have the same speed. I'm gonna make Nestreet 1 point faster. 71 speed. There we go. Just out of curiosity, is there like a dex for the current generation? Kind of. It's not. I haven't made it public yet. But I can pull it up on stream right now. I I have like a documentation that I haven't released yet because it's not done. It's like not caught up yet. But I do have, if I can pull it up on stream. Boop. 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 That's not right. Boop. There we go. I do have this, where it shows like all the moves that it can learn and whatnot, and like its egg moves, and it shows its stats. And it's got like the Evo lines and whatnot. And I've made it all the way down. Here's Hatchick. Yeah. We had documentation for like alt forms and whatnot. And like, it's pretty nice, right? But I've only gotten to literally Gematian, right? So it's kind of just like, I'm not all the way caught up, and I do this on stream sometimes. I'm probably gonna switch to doing this more off stream though, because my schedule has started filling up with different things, such as collabs and whatnot. So, I think I might start just doing these off stream, but I do want to catch up because I got like maybe like a little less than 10 Pokemon to document left. So it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Would you consider releasing the entire data pack after it being finished? Well, here's the fun part about that. If you type !addon in chat, you can download the latest public release off of Modrent and play it for yourself. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, the latest public release, it adds something like maybe around 40-ish Pokemon. The number on the actual page is wrong. I still need to fix it. But it adds a few mons. And you're planning to do a Cobble series in the future with some of your friends. Oh, okay, that's cool. But yeah, if you want to add my add-on to your worlds, feel free. You can stream them. You can do whatever you want with them. I don't mind. Boo boo doo boo doo boo doo doo doo. No problem, no problem. I'll tell you what though. If I am able to go ahead and just come over here, maybe. Okay, there's like 40 minutes until there's another ad, which sucks, but I'm going to go ahead and do a BRB because I need the bathroom, and then when we come back, we can do the other attack animations, and hopefully we can finish this guy today. I don't know if we will, but with any luck, we will finish animating this guy today, or like finish like fixing the animations, I guess you could say. Because stuff like Cry is fine, right? We don't need to change that at all, but like, I do want to finish this today. So be right back. I'll be like 2 minutes, so stick around, okay? Whoop! I'm back. I am back, and we can start work on the special and status animations, which I have no ideas for, by the way. Chat, got any suggestions? Like, we got physical attack, right? But I literally have no ideas for the other two. Achoo! I mean, we could go basic and boring, but, like, that's basic and boring, you know? We could do the thing that we always do where he just goes, ah! Maybe he uses the tail to generate power? How so? How so? Can you show the regional fish? Sure, why not? Boop. Here we go. Regional fish, just for you, Marcio. Let's see here. I have no ideas. I kind of like nothing crazy comes to mind. He kind of just attacks you and then runs off. So it's like he sees you and then he goes, "Uh-oh," and he protects himself with his tail and he goes, "Whatchu?" And then he runs away like, "Oh no!" Runs away. You know? And that's kind of all he does. Bam 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 bow. Maybe he like shakes his tail and like powder comes out for this status move. What if he does like what if he goes down and then up like this? Right? And we make it smooth. And maybe he comes up a little bit like this, and he like stands on his tippy toes. That was the stupidest and funniest demonstration. Thank you, thank you. I try very hard to make quality content, so I'm glad you guys appreciate it. Boop-a-doop. Let's see. What if we rotate him 20 like this? And then 20 like that. Boop. So like that. And then boop, boop. Okay. Like this, and then we make it all smooth, and then we bring it over to here. Like that. So he kind of stands up on his tippy toes and kind of whoop. We can do something with the mouth here too. We can go like that. Whoop. There we go. Ah! We rotate this down like that. And then back up. Like that. And then back down to normal. Boop. Boop. And we get rid of these. Smooth. Like that. Like this. I don't know what I just copied that to. Beware, you might scare it off. Exactly. Woo! And then he'll kind of like wave his tail above his head, you know? So he'll stand up and then kind of... Whoop. Here we can go down like this. And then we need to reset these coordinates to like 0, right? Whoop. Like that. Oh lord, not that fast though. Whoop. Something like that. Does Whisker have an evolution? Yeah, he does. I've shown it before. Whoop. Like this. Maybe this gets rotated back to like that. And then this can go like that. And then this can go whoop. Wait, no. Not like that. We need this to go here. There we go. How many times he evolves? Just once. Okay, that goes into the ground, by the way. Whoop. Okay, what is this tail coordinates, by the way? This is awful. Kind of like that, you know? Or maybe... There we go, like that. So he's a 2-stage line? Yes. It's gonna need to be something like this. Whoop. And then we're gonna need to rotate these. Like that. Like that. And then like this. Right? And then we can reverse it. Reverse it? No. Reverse it. There we go. Boop. No. Stop that. Boop. like that. And then we're just gonna reverse these as well. Whoop. Like this. And like that. And then like this. Boom. And then back to 0. Like that. Boop. There we go. So now Timiglis has the status move. Now what do we do for the special? That's my next question. What do we do for the special attack? Still no ideas, by the way. Wait, I forgot about something. Ah! $20, and then whoop, 30, like that. Whoop. Like this, and then we make them smooth. Like this, and then like this. And like this. And just slow down the exit there. There we go. So imagine this guy using Stun Spore or something like that, you know? I like that. Alright. So now we have the special, or not the special, we have the status and the physical attack done. Now we just have the special. Hi, April. What's up? Long time no see. What's up? How are you doing? How have you been recently? I hope you've been having an okay day today. I'll tell you what, I'm really hungry right now. I had some cereal and bacon before I streamed today, but I'm so hungry. Let's see. It's getting to the point where I'm just like starting to overheat in my room, and I don't like that vibe because that means I might have to end early, and I don't want to end early. I want to finish this. As for the cry, that works for the cry, honestly. The blink we're gonna have to fix. You know what? We can come back to the special attack animation. Let's do blink first. Blink is gonna be easy. It's literally just you take this. You take eyes closed, you move it forward. Eyes open, you move it back like that. Boop. And there we go. And then we make these step animation like that. Boop. So now we have blinking. That's pretty nice. The cry is also fine. We also need to do recoil. Timiglis.recoil. We can do play once for that. Recoil here. I'm gonna steal recoil from Terraglis. Bring up all animators. We need head. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna bring it to Timiglis. We're gonna go to head. I don't like how it goes up though. I might do down. Like that. And then we do smooth. And then we can take from the blink and put it into recoil. I said we can take from blink, boop, and go into recoil. Like that. Whoop. And just like that, we have our recoil animation. As for the faint's kind of just like nothing. I bet you if I can fix, I don't know. The faint's gonna be weird to fix. Because, like, we have something here, right? But it's so janked out. So, I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, I have an idea. 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 Chat, I have an idea. It's going to be similar to status. So hear me out here. We're going to take status. We're going to take mouth and we're going to take head from status, right? And we're going to bring it to special. We're also going to take the feet. Boop. But instead of waving the tail, we're going to, probably, I think we're going to hit it on the ground. We're going to do something like, whoop. Or maybe... Okay, better idea. Whoop. We're gonna do something like this. And we're going to... Woo! We're gonna whip the tail around like this. How we're gonna accomplish that remains to be seen. However, I have an idea. Negative 75, like this. And then we're gonna go back to here. Nope, we're gonna go back to here. There we go. Ooh, not like that though. Smooth. No. Linear? Okay, new idea. We're gonna go here. And then we're gonna go back out, but the other way. Like that. Yes, okay. Something like this. Something like this. Whoop. Like that. Hear me out, chat. This is going to work. And you can count on that. Whoop. Like this. Smooth. Maybe. Like that. Maybe. No. Maybe not, actually. What if we made these... What if we made these a Bezier? And then we just made this a straight line like that. I don't know what I'm doing, chat. I want to see the evolution of Whisker. Okay. Boop, boop. Here you go. What if this just stays down here? No. No, this doesn't make much sense. Whoop. I don't like this. I'm changing this entirely. I don't like this at all. We're gonna go tail 1. We're gonna go rotate like this. Boop. Nope. Like this. And like this. And like this. There we go. Smooth. And then it'll go down. Maybe. If I can make this go, hold on. Surely this will work. And I'm not just delusional. You go down like that. Hits tail on ground. Like that. I have no idea if what I'm doing is working. And then here. Whoop. Does this look at all decent? I literally can't tell. We can try this. Please. Smooth. I don't know how I feel about this at all. I mean, I guess it works. Bonk, bonk, bonk. He's like trying to scare you off with little stompies. You know? I think we'll go with this for now, since I can't think of anything better. Plus, this one solos. So this animation here solos, so it's like, we can afford to have a little bit of a bad one. And then status is just wee. Okay. Now we got faint. We can rotate these 32 out. Like that. What is happening here? Oh, I see what's happening here. We need body and head. Hello? Body, head. I said close all animators. There we go. Boop. Boop. We're gonna take this, we're gonna put it here. Whee! Now we're gonna take the feet. I said the feet, not the hair. And we're going to move them to here. Whoop! Let's see. How do I want to do this, chat? I have literally no clue. It's just 70. 70. Okay, never mind. I have an idea. Boop. Boop. And then I'm going to take these two positions here. 7.5, 7.5. And then smooth his little feet. Yeah. Maybe I move him forward a little bit. Boop. Boop. And then they kind of like this. There we go. And then boop, boop. I'm also gonna change this to hold on last frame. Gah. I also want to move the body back a little bit here. When it gets to here, I want to do this. Nope, this. Like that. And then this can be smooth. And then like that. There we go. He's like, oh no, I really fainted. Do you believe me? Yeah. It's kind of awesome, right? Boop. Wait, I have a better idea. Check this out. Just a little squish. Okay, well maybe not that much. Maybe a little less squish. And then we move it back a little bit. The little squish is everything, you know? Wait, I have an idea. Hold on. We have to add the squish to everything now. We have to add it to everything. Ad break. Oh no. There we go. It's subtle, but he's squishing and stretching now. And then I have to do the same thing here. Body. Whoop. And then this can be smooth. Oops. Like this. And then for here, and then back to 0. There we go. Whoop. Check that out. And we've got ads. Alright, so I will be pausing. Pause time. Except if you don't have ads because you are a subscriber. Type, what's a good emote to type? Chat. What's a fun emote that I have? Hold on. Let's see here. I don't know. What's a cool emote that we have? Chat, type fish if you don't have ads. It's like one of the few one of the few emotes that is commonly used. I don't know how this song goes. I'll be completely honest. Any YouTube chatters? I don't know. I don't know what to talk about when the ads go. It's like, yay, YouTube and sub chat, I guess, and it's like, well, not much to do with that. Gosh, I'm very hungry. Yippee! Should I put a new Pokemon on screen in the meantime? That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. Let's see here. We can do this guy. There we go. New Pokemon on screen until ads are done. And then people will come back and be like, "What? What happened to the other one? What happened to the fish?" And I'll be like, "He changed." The ad break is over. Type XDX if you have no more ads. Anyway, we're back to squishing and stretching. Whoop. I like this animation. Now that it has squash and stretch, it became even more peak. And then I guess we can have it here as well. Whoop. Like this. And then like this. Whoop. Smooth. Ah! And then like that. Like this. There we go. And then like this. The squash and stretch adds so much to it, I think. I very much enjoy the squash and stretch. It's very nice. There we go. Yeah. And then the feint. I'm gonna steal the tail position of the idle animation, actually. Boop. For the feint. Whoop. Like this, like this. Like this, and like this. Wait, no, I just made it where it is normally. Hold on. Whoop. And then here. Ah! Like that. There we go. Check that out. And then on the ground. Whoop. Yeah. Hold on. This is turning out much better than I thought it would. Like that. And then like nope, not like that. We need tail 4 to come down. Down. Oops. Like that. And then in like this. Whoop. Like that. There we go. Whoop. There we go. What is happening here? I think this is the one that rotates. Yeah. There we go. Boop. I wonder why that happens. Okay, something I messed something up and it's causing issues now. Boop. Whatever, I'm just gonna not mess with it. I'm just gonna not mess with it. It's fine how it is. And then we need the blink. Boop. Where's the blink? Link. Whoop. Like that. Whoop. And then I'm gonna take the mouth from this. Note the mouth. For faint. Whoop. Like that. There we go. Check it out. Now it looks decent. Yay! Let's go. Anyway, recoil, collide, blink. I think the last one we need to do is sleep. Which should be easy. We need whatever this is right here. Sleep. Boop. Like that. And then I'm gonna rotate this like that. Or hold on, not like that. I'm gonna rotate you like this. And then back a little bit. And then you can be 30 and then up like 60 like that. 30 and then 60. Whoop. This is at 1, 1, negative 3.5. Wait, what? 3.25. No, it should be at negative 2.5. Like that. We can do 25 like that, I guess. Boop. $25.5. Can you see the faint? Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to get these feet looking correctly. 10. 10. Why is this one rotated so far out? 30. There we go. Boop. That looks better. Anyway, here's the faint animation. It kind of just falls over. There's that. And then we're doing sleep, which is easy. like this. 4 seconds. Smooth. And then we will just position this at a 90-degree angle. $55. Ah! Can I please select this? 55. 55. 55. Whoop. And then we will rotate the entire thing down so that it is resting on the ground like that. Like that. And then we can rotate the entire thing back up 1 like that. Boop. Wait, no. Not like that. Like that maybe? Smooth. Like this. There we go. Sleeping. And then, oops. We can go down like 15 there. 15 and 15. There is the sleep animation. Alright, that is all of the animations we need, and we can do a side-by-side, actually. So here's the old ground idol, right? Ignore the tail. Versus the new ground idol, which is this. So that's pretty cool. We've got the old walk, which is that, versus the new walk, which is this. We've got the old battle idol versus the new battle idol. We've got the old feint, which is that, versus the new feint, which is slightly better. Alright. But yeah. And then, obviously, there's Cry and Blink, but I didn't change Cry at all because it just works. But yeah, and then we got stuff like Sleep. We got attacking animations, so we got physical attack, we got special attack, and we've got status. Excuse me. We got stuff like recoil now. But yeah, that is going to probably do it for today's stream. Excuse me. That is probably going to do it for today's stream. We got all of these animations done, and all I have to do is just like reload the pack, but I don't have Minecraft open and I don't want to crash my stream again, so we're not going to open Minecraft today. But I do want to thank everybody so much for tuning in today. I had a fun stream today. It was kind of slow and chill, but I do like that. I like that. Sometimes we need a slow and chill stream day, you know? And yeah. Thanks for the 2 streams. Yeah, we had 2 streams today. It was awesome. But yeah, This week's schedule is a little weird. We're doing 3 streams in a row. So tomorrow we're going to be doing Infinite Fusion again, and then Thursday we're gonna have another collab with Kato back on the aeronautics world. So look forward to that. But yeah, not much to really say other than that. Other than I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. But until then, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.